it's all about, finding your people, and your people will find you eventually. Like, I believe that wholeheartedly. But why does it have to take so long? What is up? My name is Cierra, and welcome to my channel. This video is a little bit different. I saw a post over on Instagram from Meme for Writers who discussed their writing confessions, and I feel like I should put mine up too. I did so on my Instagram, but I feel like I should cover a few more over here on YouTube, because I feel like when it comes to writing and even reading, there's so much that we display. Everyone wants to present the best version of themselves. And I feel like we can be honest with ourselves when it comes to who we are and just like the thoughts that we have. I feel like both communities, writing and reading community, can connect more with the thoughts that we have that are privately. I feel like we'll be able to become more connected that way as well too, because it shows that whether you're reading or writing, there's more layers to it than just reading and writing. There's a lot that we struggle with mentally when it comes to writing for us writers, and even for us readers too. There's reasons behind why we read, but there's also so many expectations on what to read, how fast to read. There's just too many different expectations when it comes to both topics. So I feel like I'm gonna be the person to just put it out there. I'm gonna start off with my reading confessions first. I didn't start reading at the typical child age. I talked to my mom about it, and she's like, yeah, you didn't read at the age that you're like expected to read. She's like, you're a little bit of a late reader, which I find it very fascinating, because now all I do is read and all I do is write. Like, this is something that I'm very passionate about and I love doing it. So knowing that I wasn't doing this as soon as I possibly could, it's very surprising, but also it makes sense by how much like I overcompensate now with me reading and writing. I feel like I latch onto it even more now, knowing this information. In elementary school, especially since I moved around a little bit, I spent more time reading than like hanging out with friends outside of school. Like, a lot of my friends were in school. We didn't do as much as like hanging outside of it. I think that was just me, but that's just one of the things about me. I spent time with my cousins, but a lot of the times I was reading. I was an only child, so I feel like I don't belong in the writing or the reading community. I'm gonna pump the brakes there. I love reading. I love being part of BookTube now, but I feel like it's still hard to get into the BookTube community, especially when there's a lot of BookTube creators, and I feel like that is literally amazing that there's so many creators. It just feels like for especially the smaller creators over here on BookTube, we don't get as much support, and it makes it even harder to find your group when everyone's always gravitating towards the bigger named booktubers. And it's all about, finding your people, and your people will find you eventually. Like, I believe that wholeheartedly. But why does it have to take so long? Like being told what to read in school. So in high school, whenever we had to read a book for English class, I never read the book at that time. If anything, I looked on Spark Notes, because I was just in my rebellious phase without actually like getting into, actual trouble. So I thought it was just better to just not do my work, not contribute in the way that I'm supposed to contribute. I was trying to be as rebellious as I could be, as being like a good student. Like, I did not read The Bell Jar until I think we were like halfway through the book or almost done with the book, when the discussions actually started to get interesting. I was like, wait, is that what's in the book? And then I actually did start to actually read it. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of fighting it, to be quite honest. There are a lot of character names at the beginning that I absolutely hate. Sometimes I may change them, and sometimes they'll just stay the same, and I end up just hating the character because I hate their name. I didn't write for over a decade because all of my ideas were crap. I wish I had dedicated more time to writing, because I feel like from where I'm coming from, especially career-wise, I feel like it was a waste. Like, I feel like I could have been doing a lot more in my time. I could have been writing more, but I wasn't mentally healthy. I really just wasn't mentally healthy. I wasn't in the space to write. I didn't feel confident in myself. A lot of stress, and it just wasn't a good time to write. But I do feel like I wasted my time with the career in the field that I was in prior to right now. And I just regret not giving myself the chance to write more every day. Like, even if it was just a little bit. Because I haven't written in so long, I second guess my abilities in writing. It's hard to convince people to read my work because I don't think it's worthy. Another thing that has kept me from writing for over a decade was just believing that the stories I had thought of didn't need to be shared at all. I usually revise my book idea about 3 times because it's extremely crappy at the beginning. Like, for instance, with Project Leo and Dahlia, this is honestly like my 5th revision from the beginning, from like my initial thought process of the book. So this better be it. And the last one, I said this one when it came to being part of the reading community, but I feel like it also applies here too. I don't feel like I fit in the writing community space as of yet, because I'm still new to the space, and I feel like it's more like a confidence thing too. It's like, I don't know how to talk about my projects in like a confident way, how to market myself. I feel like that's another aspect that it's hard to understand and to navigate, because first of all, I never thought of like writing as related to marketing whatsoever, but from the research I've been doing and how I've been trying to navigate the writing space, and especially when it comes to like marketing my idea to get people hyped about it, to possibly read it, it's a lot, and it's something that I'm not familiar with because it's very public, and I'm not a typically public person. I'm more of a private person. I feel like me doing more content creating is putting me more in the public space and in the public eye more than I've ever been in my entire life. So it's very jarring. It's a very new experience, and I don't like to be judged. At the same time, I don't care if you judge me. So it's very much like a difficult dichotomy. I feel like everybody feels that way, but it's just like, how do you navigate this space? Like, I'm asking for a friend. The friend is me. All right, that's it for this video. Those are all of my confessions. In the comments below, you can drop a confession that you have for reading or for writing. And until next time, bye.